did it! We did it! Let's go! We finally have one after 40 minutes of technical issues. We have a match of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. And may I say, these were not two characters I was entirely expecting to see tonight. For the first time in I don't even know how long, we have a Garfield being played by our newcomer Dryxs. And Mikan, once again showing off just how versatile their champion pool is playing the wild man himself, the wild Thornberry boy, Nigel. So, I'm not entirely sure how the matchup is going to go, because Nigel is such a uncommon sight in the European scene that I don't know really what to expect. The one thing I do know to expect is that Garfield, on the other hand, Garfield is such a dead character in the context of that, because the stock was pretty clean, but Garfield is such a great character at juggling his opponents with the up tilt, as you just saw one of them coming out there, but it didn't really connect it to any others. Whereas I believe Nigel's whole deal is just about constantly abusing stun timers to just get down air into down air into down air, because it's just so damn impressive. Ooh. You can see that move coming a mile away, but apparently you can't always avoid it. Loving how fast the up play. Oh, he gets a stun but isn't able to capitalize on it. So close. That's one of those plays that you just... I'll be honest, the animation was a little janky. I couldn't quite tell myself until I heard the noise and saw it before me. Oh, Mikan tried to go for the rest and doesn't quite find it. But no punishment is able to come through during the rest window. Oh, and a fantastic connection there coming out from Dryxs, going for that down strong out of the down air. It's a fantastic connection. It puts you in just enough hit stun to be susceptible to it, so I'm glad to see them capitalizing on a window there. But I'll be honest, 114% what they're dealing with now, it's a very tricky amount of damage to deal with. Just noticing there as well, by the way, I think that Nigel is a character that specializes quite a lot in connecting their short hops into aerials. I mean, that was with jab, not quite an aerial, but it was still pretty nice to see. And I feel that Garfield kind of gives him the situation he wants to be in by constantly trying to force him into the air. Nigel's going to be very good in the air. Like, either jump above pies or trying to jump out of range of somebody's strong attacks on ledge. I don't see a world where, like, Mikan looks at this matchup and goes, oh, this is scary. Because it just kind of isn't. But it's when it comes to NASB, the game is balanced enough in my eyes to where it's never always about the matchup. It's all about the players. And I'm hoping to see both of these players put on a good performance. And they are so far, which is nice. But I'd really be interested in seeing Dryxs closing that gap. No bias. Of course, not a single bit of bias here. But I would much rather get as many games of this as possible, because it's pretty exciting to see. Oh! Fantastic connection with the low light. Oh, doesn't quite get the rest again. It's so hard to set up on Nigel. I can't believe that didn't stop, by the way. That seemed like it was a done deal, but apparently not. Lovely use of the down light to reposition from the Nigel there. It seems like such a good momentum tool as well. It's just move you around the stage. Ooh, was facing the wrong way with a strong. Would have maybe got... Oh! Actually successfully connecting Garfield's up air. Don't always see it. Ooh, and a sluggish attempt to capitalize there. Doesn't find anything. And a fantastic attack in the air. Off stage by Mikan to secure themselves a 2-stock lead in the set. And they're being merciless. Look! Ooh, they actually hit that rest, but the damage wasn't there to secure the stock. Oh, Dryxs really seems to be struggling to try and find the setup to go for a strong attack to finish off this stock himself. But what can they do? Okay, surely, at some point they're going to have to capitalize on what Mikan is throwing out. Or Mikan could just SD. To be fair, when you're this far... Woo! Okay. Chat, apparently it's happening in the game, because I think we're going back in, but I think it's the wrong stage again. Ah, you know what? If they're down to roll with it, I'm down to watch it. So that's fine by me. That's fine by me. Okay, let's see what we've got on the agenda. So once again, I have seen Nigel's up B land and deal more damage than I ever thought I'd see it damage in its entire lifespan of this game. And I'm noticing a lot of very quick-witted attacks coming out from Mikan here, doing a good job of resetting their animations just in time to chain them into additional moves. And it looks like Dryxs just kind of wants to get them away from him, going for a lot of these big, audacious hitbox aerials to just try and afford themselves a little bit of space. But, okay, catching an attempt on shields using a down smash. It's not the fastest move, but definitely a strong one. Good use of the up strong, and oh, two good up strongs, one from a side, but one of them is the only one that gets the stock, and oh, I so wish that had secured a stock there from Dryxs. If you go for a disrespectful display of arrogance and ignorance, as Mikan did there, then a punishment should be coming your way. But apparently not quite, only a smidge of damage, and Mikan is not afraid to divvy up that damage back in the other direction. Oh! And that was an insane reversal. Thank you, chat, for the contribution on that. I appreciate it. Coming out from there on the Dryxs. Ooh, still getting quite used to the names. When I see all those letters together, it doesn't quite make the pronunciation I would expect. But hey-oh. We'll get there by the end of the evening, I am sure. I am liking that the neutral is just going for these multi-hit aerials and then seeing if they can follow up something after looking them into stage. It's definitely a strong game plan for both characters. I feel it probably benefits the Nigel more in terms of racking up damage, as they could just, you know, down light into down light, maybe a forward light, something like that actually, as a matter of fact. Whereas for Garfield, it's more about getting that down, there you go, and a little down kick, and then comboing that into either a up tilt in the air or some kind of strong attack. They can do whatever they want. Ooh. A whiffed attempt at a rest coming out from Mikan, but they're able to get it with a little strong on stage there. It's one of the crucial misfortunes of playing Jellyfish Field. Sometimes your middle of stage strong attacks, and I mean it was high percent, but maybe it wouldn't be killable in different circumstances. It can just happen. Good use of the shield coming out from Mikan to block some of the Garfield pies. I think that... Ooh. Okay, the platform potentially dissuading some damage, but it would have put Dryxs into such a good position to follow up the combo, and they just don't seem to find it. They appear to be playing very safe. This is their first tournament, after all. Oh, it was a risky going for that, and they actually got it. If I'm not mistaken, I think... Oh, there's a punish. Not the strongest punish, but a punish nevertheless. I think that actually might get a stock if he's able to find it off stage. Oh! And the pure pressure of getting an aerial, just standing out there, putting yourself out there and threatening it. When you've got a stock advantage, you just go for it. Now let's see what they can do with the rest of this set. What can Dryxs do to find their way back into this? Ooh, Mikan is doing... Oh my goodness, Mikan is doing a phenomenal job here of just racking up this damage. It's amazing. Oh, and there it is. Very nice down smash coming out for the Garfield. I'm coming to understand from reading our very helpful comments in Twitch chat by my boy Slav Trooper that Dryxs here is a common melee player, which I'm gonna guess Falco, if they're playing Garfield, they're very similar in terms of how they try to look for kills. Oh no! They wanted the disrespectful throw stock, but Mikan's not the kind of person to fall for that. A tournament for it and everything. Alright, we're getting a different stage for the first time in this set. We are going to my preferred avenue for the atrocious ambiance of violence that is Rooftop Rumble from TMNT. I'm trying to think about what advantages can come out on this stage, because I feel that this is a decent stage for both characters with that platform positioning and the low kill box of the ceiling. That would definitely benefit a Garfield using an excessive amount of up airs, but they're just not really getting the opportunity to find these up airs, I feel. I think that Mikan is just very good at using these quick fire aerials from Nigel. I don't know what the frame count is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 2 or a 3 just to get some insane combo breaks out. That's 2. Ooh, they got 3 in there. That's a good juggle. If you can keep that going, then you're going to be great. Oh! Got a fantastic pie grab into a decent amount of damage from Mikan. Got a little greedy, going for the chase in the air there. Was not expecting Dryxs to have an aerial of their own, but it is Garfield, let's be fair. There's going to be a lot of dares. So, okay, they're just kind of spacing each other out, keeping things a bit more neutral and safe. Oh, reads the dash back and goes for a strong attack. Almost gets the strong dash for the stock. Oh, perfectly weaving the timing, getting back on stage just in time to avoid the stock damage, and somehow is still alive. Both players are in a very dangerous position. Let's see if they try and keep things safe, or if one of them tries to break this and go for something a bit more aggressive. Cool! You would have thought at 170 it would have done it, but apparently not. We still have some life in this game. Is this going to be able to secure it? Ooh! I can't believe it. Both of these people are still alive! It is a very entertaining matchup to watch. I agree with you, my dear MickyByte, in the chat. It is a very... it's like watching a cat and mouse. Oh! The dash attack into strong still doesn't secure it. But what I could only imagine was the beginnings of an up strong from Nigel does. Oh! Perfect use of the down strong from Garfield as well to secure the stock and even things up. Now, I believe that the neutrality of the matchup is going to continue as I've once seen. Mikan is looking a little more aggressive, but Dryxs is doing a lot of better work to just kind of keep him away from him, which I'm liking to see. Doing a lot of repositioning, grabs the pie, but doesn't quite get the up air they were looking for. Gonna get one there. Ooh, unable to find more. And oh my goodness, this is what I was worried about when I saw the rooftop locking with the platform. Ooh, doesn't quite find the rest punish, but you know what? There was enough damage there where you wouldn't be surprised if they did. So, we take those. 2 minutes to take a stock. Yep. That is, NASB at its finest, question mark. But, you know, we don't always pick the time it takes. All we pick is the venue, and the venue is Rooftop Rumble, and the fight is happening swiftly. Looks a little janky to deflect the pie in air using a little bit of a strong attack, but hey-oh. Gets Cookie back to him, but isn't able to find any damage or a stun to launch into more damage themselves. They are just trying to play this matchup so safe. Ooh, I like seeing the Nigel down special being used to avoid the Garfield's pies. Put you in a good position to follow up, because Garfield does of course have at least enough of hit lag to where he isn't going to be able to follow up all too quickly. Oh! That's the kind of misposition I was expecting to see punished a little bit greater, but oh, could that be a stock? We still don't have a stock! Oh, right as I say it, there we are. Mikan finds themselves the third stock of this match, and that is their second stock to be more precise. Okay, oh, I was so expecting the down strong to come out on ledge. Now that I am aware that Dryxs is relatively new to the scene, it's making a lot more sense to me that they are not capitalizing on these big advantages. To be fair, when the main Garfield that I watch his TNT blows up, one of the highest ranked players in the world, it's certainly the best in Europe, I'm like, yeah, I have a lot of Garfield hype in the winged sails here. And I'm excited to see if Dryxs can live up to it, but they've taken so much poke damage, and they get rested! Gonna get that melee ching sound coming out here, because Jigglypuff is doing the work. And these up airs! Oh my god, that's 67 damage! That was a clean connection. Mikan just proven himself so proficient across all these years. Oh my god! What a great way to end off this set. Mikan taking it for Rio up against Dryxs. GG, well played.